there, keto community. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sherry. I am keto on a budget. I do weekly grocery budget hauls. I do budget tips and meal preps and other stuff that happens to get thrown in there between. I was doing recipes, but I'm kind of trying to cut back because right now I am working on getting a website/blog up and running. My husband is working on the logo for my site. It's going to be awesome. But I'm also right now involved in this accountability challenge. And let's see, Life Adventures with Keto or whatever. Anyway, she started this accountability challenge, and I will link each and every person below who is involved in this accountability challenge. And we're uploading videos, trying to keep each other accountable throughout the holiday season, or through this month rather, at the end of the month, and trying to just support each other and lift each other up when we're having difficult times. And hopefully during this process, those of you who aren't involved, who are watching, can be uplifted and supported at the same time, especially if you're going through some of the same things that we're going through. This past week, let me see, I am having a really hard time with the intermittent fasting. I was doing it quite a bit before. It was, didn't seem like it was a really big deal, but I've been trying to figure, for the longest time, I've been trying to figure out what my macros should be. And based on some sound advice from some good friends and those others who have had some type of gastric bypass or that type of surgery, and knowing that from when I was going to the doctor, and my surgery was 17 years ago, about 17 years ago, it will be next spring. But anyway, knowing how much protein I'm supposed to have in, I'm finding that when I put in my macros at the end of the day or at dinner time, or right after dinner, I'm not getting anywhere near enough protein. I'm not eating a whole lot during the day. I have my coffee. I don't generally eat until afternoon. I have my coffee first thing in the morning. I don't generally eat until afternoon, and then I snack. I mean, if I'm snacking all night, yeah, I'm getting in my protein because I'm eating cheese and I'm eating, protein bars and that kind of stuff. I did it again last night. I thought I was doing great. I felt pretty good. I mean, I've been feeling pretty good, but I'm very concerned about not getting enough protein and knowing what that can lead for the future, especially knowing that I don't absorb iron and having had those issues, and it took 10 years for me to get to the point to where, actually took about 15 years for me to get to the point to where I needed to have an iron infusion. I don't want my health to start to deteriorate little by little because I'm not getting in enough of the macros that I need to be healthy. So I know that I need protein, and I've been trying to focus on that, but I calculated my macros, and yes, my protein needs are high based on my height and weight, calorie deficit, calories in for the day, and the percentage of fat versus protein. Now, I am in a higher protein keto, so my protein macros are fairly high. My fats, I think, if I remember correctly, I have to look it up, and I can't look it up while I'm talking with you on the camera. My fat macros, I think, are supposed to be around 90 or 97, but my protein is at 119. And when I was calculating my macros last night, I hadn't even gotten halfway there. I mean, I had maybe 60 grams of protein in the day yesterday, so I held off doing my fast again. And to get in a protein drink, actually what I did was I made 2 chaffles and 2 scrambled eggs, and ate those. And even then, I mean, my large eggs only have 6 grams of protein in them, and so it's 12 grams plus the chaffles. That's 18 grams of protein that I had in. So I mean, I know my macros are set at 119, but I'm perfectly happy if I can get to 90. I would be fine with that. So I'm struggling on trying to figure out how to get my macros in, how to get the protein in, especially that I need, and not have long-term effects down the road from not getting in enough, and not eating when I'm not hungry, eating when I'm not hungry. I'm trying to teach myself not to eat unless I'm hungry. But then I don't get hungry during the day, and then I don't end up getting enough protein, so I end up having to snack to get in the protein. So I'm struggling trying to figure out how to get that protein in without overdoing it, without snacking, because I'm losing right now. But I want to be sure that I'm doing this in a very, very healthy way. So I'm kind of struggling trying to figure things out. Should I lower my protein and fats? That would put me at a much larger calorie deficit. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I will try that, but I can't really, based on what my doctor had told me, I really can't lower any more than 90. So, and that's what I ended up getting in last night, was about 90 grams of protein. Today, right now, I haven't had dinner yet. We're going to have taco soup for dinner. There's not a whole lot of protein, and it's a little bit carby because it's got tomatoes in it. Although I've been way under my carbs the whole time. So I'm staying under my carbs, so that's a good thing. But, I don't know, I'm trying to figure it out. I was gonna try to fast again at 6 o'clock tonight, but after I've already gone ahead and calculated my macros, I'm not gonna get to that 90, so I'm gonna have to have something, probably another protein drink, which I've already had one today. I don't want to drink more than one protein drink a day, but I'm finding myself having to do that. So now if these cars will just get out of my way, I can maybe make a turn and head home and go eat some soup. I don't know. Maybe I need to buy some more ribeyes. Hit up Aldi and get some more ribeyes and start eating steaks instead of eggs. Or eat steak and eggs. Because we're right now, chicken doesn't have a whole lot as much as beef and steak does. So I don't know, maybe I just need to look at my diet more carefully. So I'm tracking, yes, I have to track, but it's a struggle with that protein. Other than that, I feel good. I have energy. I just took my mom to the doctor sorry. It seems like every time I'm with her, I'm taking her to the doctor, which we have an appointment next week. But, no, I took her to get her hair cut today to pick up her new glasses, which, God love her, she loves her hair super duper short. It looks like a guy. Nothing against that, but it doesn't really look good. I didn't like the way it was cut. So, anyway, but she was happy with it, and that's what counts. She hates having her hair long, and it was getting down to her shoulders. She absolutely hates. She said, I just can't take care of it. So she hates having it short. But her glasses are freaking awesome. She and I picked them out when we took the prescription in, and we got them from Walmart, the Walmart eye place, and it was such a cute pair of frames, and has this little design on the side here, and it has these little magnetic sections that has sunglasses that comes with it, and it attaches to the glasses via magnets without those little clip-ons, because she had clip-ons for her other glasses, but that was a little bit harder for her to get on. So these magnetic things are like perfect for her, and it's so cool. I'm like, I gotta get me a pair of those. So that was really cool. Then I took her to the library. Actually, I took her to Taco Bell. She had to have some nachos Bel Grande. Yeah, she doesn't do keto. I'm working on her though. But and then I took her to the library to pick up a couple of books. Dropped some books off and picked up a couple of books for me. Because I like my bedtime reading, and I don't have anything on my Kindle right now that I want to read, so I picked up a couple of real books. So, that's my update this week. That's my struggle this week. I'm on the struggle bus, people. Who's with me? Anyway, that's all I got. You guys have a wonderful day. And I will see you in the next video. Toodles. Good evening, Keto family. This is an addendum to the previous clip where I was talking in the car, and I came home and did a lot more research and finally found a couple of sites that talk about bariatric surgery, especially gastric bypass, and the ketogenic diet with macros. And a couple of them even actually had macros calculators on there, but talked about 'cause my doctor previously, when I first left, had told me I needed to have between 80 and 90 grams of protein a day. So, but that was 17 years ago, and things change. And by doing the carb manager calculations with so I don't really have a bariatric thing, but with the carb manager doing the higher protein, it was still giving me a lot of calories, and that's where the issues were coming in. And it was having me with 109 grams of protein and a lot of fat, and me worrying about getting enough protein in. So, but I've noticed, and several other people mentioned in groups and other such, that some of these macro calculators aren't geared towards bariatrics, and they tend to be a really high on the calories. Now, we all know that the calories in versus calories out, it matters, but it doesn't matter as much as most people believe it matters. What matters is what you're putting in your body. So based on that advice and that research from those sites, and that's at barryevangelist.com, and twosleevers.com was another one that I found. And it had me at basically almost 2,000 calories a day, and a gastric bypass patient cannot physically, I see my little stick up there, cannot physically get in that many calories in a day. And I wasn't even looking at calories, so I was looking at the amount of protein and trying to get enough protein in. And I've been stressing and worrying for nothing, because what I need to do is just go back to basics and go back to the 80 grams of protein that my doctor had given me all those years ago. And based on the advice from both of these sites, is not worry so much about the fat. Keep the carbs low. Make sure you get in your protein. Eat fast to satiety. That's what it takes for somebody with gastric bypass. That's what it's going to take for me. Because, and maybe this is what's going to be the catalyst. Yeah, I have lost 21 pounds in the past couple of months, but I think it's because of the fasting, because I haven't been getting in all the calories. But for me to do this properly and still maintain my health, I need to make sure I'm focusing on getting in the protein and not worrying so much about the fat grams. Just making sure my carbs are low, I'm not eating the carbs, and I'm getting on my protein. And if I'm hungry, eat the fats. Continue to add the fats to my coffee, which I do every morning, and I'm adding a couple of tablespoons of heavy whipping cream to my protein drinks. And if I need to drink 2 protein drinks a day, then I'm going to drink it. But if I can't believe, I know I've lost weight in my face, because I can see that now. Anyway, yeah. I didn't used to have that. But where was I at now? I'm stressing and worrying over nothing, and I've been getting in the amount of protein that my body does need to take. If that means I need to drink two protein drinks a day, then I need to do that. But with me lowering the amount of protein that I need to be that I need to be putting in my body, I don't know, 10 grams is probably too much. Yeah. and I can put my, have that, whatever that thing's called where your protein breaks down into sugar, but I don't think so. At any rate, I haven't been able to get that much in it anyway, but I had been told myself I would be happy if I got it to 90 grams. Well, I need between 75 and 80 grams is where I need to keep it at. So I'm doing good. So I feel a lot better and a lot less stressed, and it's been good. But especially this at twosleevers.com, they've got a specific site on how to calculate your macros for the keto diet for the bariatric patient. So granted, the sleeve is quite different from the gastric bypass, but the diet is pretty much the same. And those issues. And this was something, let's see, when was that? That was published in May of 2018. So I haven't seen any updates on that. I'm still going to continue to look and research. I'll be continuing to do this so I can bring this information to you guys. And I'm sorry if I'm looking off. I'm looking at my picture on the screen instead of looking at the camera, which is right where you're at. But it's very, very good information, and how to calculate your macros and what to be concerned about. So I'm a lot less worried than I was before. Oh, sorry. And moving my camera around. So it was based on my age, my weight, my lifestyle, my height, my body fat percentage, which, yeah. And how many net carbs. And it's giving me 21 grams of net carbs. Now, I don't even usually get that during the day. So I think we're okay there. And it gives the results for maintenance, which of course my calories for maintenance would be higher. But I still need to keep my protein grams at the same. But I can eat more once I'm in maintenance mode. So we shall see. Anyway, that's all I had to offer. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm feeling a lot better. That I think I'm at a much more realistic goal now. And I'm off the struggle bus for now. I'll probably be back on there next week. So we'll see. You guys have a wonderful night, and I'll see you next time. Toodles.